Hi, this is Dave Bisbee coming to you from the beautiful Seven Canyons here in Sedona, Arizona. What we're going to talk about in this segment are these shots out of the rough. Anybody who's played Seven Canyons knows it's a fairly tight golf course, and off of the edges of the fairway is this nice lush rough. You can see here we've got a ball that has really kind of nestled down in the rough. So what do we do to get the ball out of this lie? Well, there's a few things you need to take into consideration. One, you have to look at how much grass is up behind the back of this golf ball. Because the idea here is to hit a shot where we get as little grass between the club face and the ball as possible. Now, the other thing you have to take into consideration is take a club with the loft that will get it to launch out of there. So what I'm saying there is, even though the distance might be 200 yards and you might want to use your hybrid for that shot, you have to think about how this ball is going to exit that rough and use a loft of a club with a club that will offset that and let that ball lift up out of that rough. So I've got a hybrid here and I've got an 8-iron. For this shot, because it is really nestled down, I'm going to choose this iron. And the setup for this is we're going to get ball in the center of the stance. I'm really going to lean my weight on my target side. And what that does is it gives the effect of putting that ball back in the stance. Plus it moves my center to that side of the ball. So I'll get very little grass between the club face and the ball. I try to keep that weight on that side so the club swings more up in the backswing. And then I'm going to turn through and keep my speed up as I go through that. Now this shot's going to come out of here pretty low and it'll have a lot of run on it. So you have to kind of take into consideration also what's between you and the green that you're going to or the target that you're going to. Because this ball's going to run out. Now we're going to talk about another lie in the rough where you could use that hybrid. So now we've got a little different lie in this rough. The ball is actually setting fairly high up on top of the rough. So that gives you more options. So here, if I had a longer distance to get to the green or to my target, I can actually use a hybrid. Could even use a fairway wood with enough loft on it. But again, we're trying to make sure that we get as little grass between club face and ball as possible. So we're going to change the setup just a little bit. I'm going to favor that target side. In other words, a little weight on that front foot. I do try to keep it there in that backswing, so I'm going to have a little more upright swing going back. If I turned, I tend to shallow out, and that lets me get grass between the club face and ball. So with that hybrid, we're going to set it, put that weight on that target side, try to keep it there. Keep that speed up. So again, with that hybrid, when the ball's setting up on top of the rough, put the ball in the center, weight on that target side, let that club swing a little bit more up and down so we get all ball, no rough, and then keep your speed up. Always keep in mind that these shots out of the rough are going to come out with a little spin, so they're going to run once they get on the ground. Evaluate your lie. If it's setting down, use more loft, use an iron. If it's on top, feel free to pull out that hybrid or even that fairway wood to give this shot a swing. Thanks for tuning in.